and welcome to Athavan News. It is February 19th, 2016 and this is Devaraja Mayuran with the news highlights of today's English dailies. The news at the top of the Daily Mirror says, not a crash but navigated safe landing. The Google's Loon balloon, which was widely reported as having crashed in Gambola, had in fact been navigated and safe landed remotely by Google's Loon Center, Telecommunication and Digital Infrastructure Minister Harin Fernando said. The news below it says, nightclub ban for Malaka Silva continues. The Colombo Additional Magistrate Nishant Piris yesterday ascertained that he would consider lifting the restraining order imposed on former Minister Mervyn Silva's son Malaka, preventing him from going into nightclubs and behaving indecently in public places after the parties report any settlement on the matter. Against fundamental rights petition filed Fonseca over functioning as an MP. A fundamental rights violation petition was filed seeking the Supreme Court to restrain or prevent Sarath Fonseca from functioning or assuming any position on the basis of being a member of parliament until the final determination of the court. And the news says, PM takes on GMOA, Daily Mirror Dharana. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe yesterday rejected allegations made by the Government Medical Officers Association that his office had pressurized the Criminal Investigation Department to carry out investigations against its members and some media organizations. And the news says, Mahinda Rajapaksa at Presifac. Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa said yesterday the need for setting up a new party had arisen in the country as there was no opposition to represent the opinion of the opposition and to ensure the democracy in the country. Another news says government must be transparent in ECTA, says Jatika Hela Urumaya. The Jatika Hela Urumaya said yesterday the government must act in a transparent manner and respect the opinion of the people who voted for good governance before signing crucial agreements such as Economic and Technology Cooperation Agreement without intimidating or suppressing professional organizations that protested against it. Jatika Hela Urumaya Media Secretary Nishantha Varnasinghe in a statement said the government must consider the ideas of the trade unions, professionals and people's representatives before signing agreements that affect the country and its people. And the news says court calls for list of LTTE surrendees in Mullaitivu. Mullaitivu Magistrate MSM Zamzuddin ordered the commander of the 58th Division of the Army to submit to the court before April 19 a list of LTTE cadres and others who surrendered to the security forces during the final stage of the war in the Vatuvakal area in Mullaitivu. With that story, let me move to the news highlights of today's daily news, whose headline reads, Sarath Fonseca's functioning as MP, CPA challenges appointment in SC. Petitioners further seek interim order until final determination of petition. The Center for Policy Alternatives has filed a fundamental rights petition challenging the appointment of Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca to fill the vacancy created by the death of former Minister MK ADS Gunawardena as a Member of Parliament. The news beside it says President meets German counterpart. President Maithripala Sirisena met German President Joachim Quack at the Palace Bellevue in Berlin on Wednesday evening. The two leaders held discussions on bilateral relations between the countries. President Sirisena signed the guest book at the Palace Bellevue at the conclusion of the talks with the President of Federal Germany. Another news says GMOA office bearers running after Rajapaksas, says PM. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe yesterday accused the Government Medical Officers Association for being the cat's paw for the Rajapaksa regime. He was making a special statement at Srikota UNB headquarters yesterday. The news says government signs joint study agreement to explore oil. The government yesterday signed a joint study agreement with leading international oil and gas company Total to explore two ultra-deep water blocks off the east coast of Sri Lanka. Another news says Vele Sudha granted bail in money laundering case. convicted controversial drug trafficker Gambola Vidanage Samandakumara alias Velesuda was yesterday granted bail by Colombo Additional Magistrate Nishanta Piris over a money laundering case. And the news says SLFP seniors asked to hold their guns. The young SLF peers are requesting the seniors not to squabble and accuse each other in public. Addressing the media yesterday, the SLFP headquarters, Sri Lanka Freedom Party Youth Wing President Shanta Bandara said that the senior SLF peers should behave in an exemplary manner. Exchanging heated words among the members of the same party is damaging to the party. With that story, let me have a quick glance on the news highlights of today's Ceylon Today. The headline of the paper says Google balloon crashes. Google's Project Loon helium-filled balloon, which entered Sri Lankan airspace with the aim of creating a Wi-Fi zone, crash-landed in Pupureza, Gampala, police sources confirmed. The balloon had run into a thickly branched tree in Gampala at around 7:30 p.m. on 17 February after being launched to mark the Loon project. The balloon was discovered by a youth of Pupureza in Gampala. The news at the top says Merkel Srisena talks a success. Broad economic support for Sri Lanka. German Chancellor Angela Merkel said she had decided to invite her Sri Lankan counterpart for a state visit to Germany after her foreign minister, who visited Sri Lanka a few months ago, impressed upon her the positive change in Sri Lanka effected by the new government that was elected to office on 8 January 2015. Merkel's remark came at a joint media conference held by the two leaders after they held talks at the Chancellor's state office. And the news says Sangha turns down offer. Former Sri Lanka cricket captain Kumar Sangakkara yesterday admitted he had politely declined an offer from President Maithripala Sirisena himself to quit cricket altogether and take flight to London as Sri Lanka's envoy to the UK. President Sirisena offered Sangha the plum diplomatic posting immediately after he announced his retirement for big-time national cricket in all forms after the lost second against India at the Pisara Stadium on 25 August 2015. And the news says Sarath Fonseca's appointment as MP, UNP violating constitution, says CPA. The Centre for Policy Alternatives and its executive director Dr. Pakya Sodhi Saravanamuthu filed a fundamental rights petition in the Supreme Court challenging the appointment of Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca as a nationalist member of Parliament. With that story, I just wrap up the news highlights of today's news. Like these and more will come on your way tomorrow too. Have a nice day. Goodbye.